Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For today's video, I'm going to be covering assignment number 3, power of product. So to begin, let's revisit exponents. Say we have x to the power of 3. That means there's a total of 3 x's multiplying themselves. So x times x times x. Let's say we have x squared. That means a total of 2 x's multiplying themselves. So x times x, right? Now, let's begin whenever we have leading coefficients that have exponents. Say we have 3 squared. That means there's a total of 2 3's multiplying themselves. So 3 times 3. And of course, 3 times 3 is 9. Good. Now let's do one more and then we jump in straight to the example problems. Let's say we have 4 to the power of 3. That means there's a total of 3 4's multiplying themselves. So 4 times 4 times 4. So which would be 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. Answer. So let's jump in straight to example problems. Let me go ahead and erase. Now, example problem number 1. Let's say we have 3a squared and is being raised to the power of 3. Since we have an exponent on the outside, that means I have to distribute it to the inside. That means multiplication. So this is going to turn into 3 to the power of 3, or 3 cubed, and then a 2 times 3. So let's solve it. So 3 cubed, that means we have a total of 3 3's multiplying themselves. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. At the bottom is just straight multiplication. You're not going to add them. You're going to multiply them. 2 times 3 gives you 6. So a to the power of 6. We combine both of our answers. My answer will be 27. A to the 6. Next, let's jump into example problem number 2. And of course, by this point, you guys already know, no negative exponents. But yes, you can have negative coefficients. So let's try this one. Say we have 2n to the 4th, and all that is being raised to the power of 4. So of course, once again, distribute. 4 goes into each one. So this is going to transform into 2 to the power of 4, and then n to the power of 4 times 4. So let's begin. 2 to the power of 4, that means there's a total of 4 2's multiplied. So 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. And then on the bottom, 4 times 4 is, once again, 16. So n to the power of 16. Then we combine both our answers, 16 and 16. Now, let's jump into example problem number 3.
So that's your answer?
Yes, this is my answer. Let me box them. And now, example problem number 3. Now let's jump into another one. Let's say we have 3bc. And all that is being raised to the power of 2. Of course, notice, now your variables have no exponent on top, so always assume it's 1. So this 2 is going to go to each of the following, and let's write it out. 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared. Then we're going to have b to the power of 2, c to the power of 2. 3 to the power of 2, in other words, there's 2 3, so 3 times 3, which will give you 9. And since there's no multiplication over here, they immediately become the answer. So now we combine them. My final answer will be 9b squared c squared. Complete. Now, let's throw in some negatives since I know we hate negatives. So let's go to example problem number 4. On example problem number 4, say we have 4z to the power of negative 2, and all that is being raised to the power of 2. So let's distribute the positive 2 to the inside. This is going to turn into 4 squared and z negative 2 times 2. So 4 squared is a total of 2 4s multiplying themselves. So 4 times 4, which gives us 16. And then we go to the bottom. Negative 2 times 2. A negative times a positive will always be a negative. So z to the power negative 4. We combine them. 16z to the power negative 4. This is where your foundation work comes in. You can never have a negative exponent. Since it's negative on the top, to make it into a positive, you have to send it to the bottom. So my answer is going to be 16z to the power 4. Complete. Now let's do the last example problem, and that will complete today's video. Example problem number 5. Let me go ahead and flip my notes. Say we have a coefficient that is negative at the beginning. Let's say negative 3, a to the power of 4, b to the power of negative 2. And all that is being raised to the power of 2. So let's begin. We're going to have negative 3 to the power of 2, a to the power of 4 times 2, b negative 2 times 2. So let's begin. Negative 3 raised to the power of 2. That means I have a total of negative 3 times negative 3 because it's power of 2, right? And then negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. 4 times 2, that gives me a to the power of 8. And at the bottom, negative 2 times 2, which will give us b to the power of negative 4. And now let's combine all our answers. 9a to the power of 8, b to the power of negative 4. Of course, there's that negative exponent. Can't have negative, so send it to the bottom. Why the bottom? Because notice it's on the numerators, right? There's nothing that's being divided. So 9a to the power of 8 over b to the power of 4. Let me box that. And that, guys, will complete today's assignment. If you have any further questions, please email us, send us a message on Microsoft Teams, and that'll be it. Have a good rest of the day, guys.